first thing you have to consider our tie to back home. It's not something you can just, cut off just like that. Achiro loy. And this conversation, I kaya you support kaya behind community gathering it and people to talk about period ko in diaspora as opposed to continuing discussion chika goal by tea, right?
Yeah.
So it's yung differently based on our environment and bride price can achieve reward the service because first of all achieve family most of the families back home it and simply because they are relatives. I think being relative and
so you learn again bride price. Canada again bride price say 40,000 Canadian dollars. Get what back home or pan
most of the time it was back home. Even Kuchogian Wellen it always end up back home.
That is true. I agree.
Yeah. And but our environment chicken they don't have an idea of what happened to na talk about kuning family yinya ku yimo to na korbu konyu pin and talk about the realities ke pan kana and possibly family aberraise it and yongu bu piat yongu bu ko moving forward. The most important thing ke bu ko your family. We do culture we do value family. Kubu family be as stable kubula twing up yet the chanchi possibly divorce will happen, right?
Yes.
So bringing in bride price and abandoning it or putting a cap on it on what exactly or how much should be considered bride price need to be done. My personal opinion is not bride price you agree then there's need to be allocation of resources. Kibula nang family, kibadung ben family lo gol. Anen kiye chola one lo by I remember kiye chola nya du no panden blood yet. Nya du no panden blood yet get you again. Get you new kak. Get you shopping. Benala comfortable pande. Yongu chene the same thing extended to Lerinya pande. Yeah.
Okay, I na bien ya ke arusa si ya ti ka ya ke yin gifts ben ke pide la gol chu
ben ke pide la gol chu
because ke ro lo ma ni ko ti ke ka mal ga ko give yin ke ben ke pide la gol chu so I get a goal from a negative balance to into issues of divorce and the idea that bride price divorce I don't think we work by it.
Actually work. It might be the other way around. And the sooner we realize it and the sooner we come up with a solution, the better for Koi Rerdana. And go Konya Chan, go family didn't go read talking.
But you think okay, and I'm you know, and to policy by it, and what multicultural, so we can still practice our culture in Canada. You think if for example, book will recommend that a community need to stop bride price, okay, that's for community. We want to integrate into system by it and I go. ENT is like what we culture that we abandon. Or they are ENT that even it's good for Canada because, for example, here they encourage multicultural activities, right? In liberating your cultural identity and practices and still be a Canadian, it adds to this one. I see some of the marriages I invited and I would hear a lot of so advocating for this is it like you walk a through water red time
obviously what rule war and how much you will war depend on in the other context to look at it and say okay it's getting too much or it's not but to survive just survival for the fittest you need to a new environment you need to do well beat ya but you bapan big loss so again, it's already part of our culture. In Korbangilu, go pan tinga chopping, right? I do culture you can import to Canada. We need to examine is it serving us? Yeah, work bo chala twing up yet. I think different ways to enjoy new union, not necessarily, big chunk of money being paninya is the best way. Kaya dear Lord, kaya new connections are built, and through connections you get opportunities. Na cha yura anduna ruai ka neng kudun wanin ka lebihin coin. That I don't oppose to it. But the very bright prize, either we abandon it or we put a cap on it, will be the best way forward.
Okay, that is good. That's good. Anyway, I think cases, young thing in the West where Nachi Ben Yang, which you look can Malbay, can
Mm.
go to color back home, or a
Mm.
Timmy Bay or bed, belong in Betty Yantin, where can loy created. So in the
Mm.
West here, a tom top. But mostly can we complain Western divorce like near the West I actually bear maybe cover your like culture before maybe check a bet yeah bride price
Mm.
a chicken lo culture ka waja to yen ngar wande la do la to or yara la chama to or
Mm.
there are so many thing allegation in our community when it comes to divorce or a human right to be a job Biden. But to be honest, I think in my opinion, I think they need to advocate for these things that bride price not serving them. I know a lot of men here still have mental health issues because rana ci tie ko maldi de rata that is ku tiang de ne braj so that I talk you ku yin ci ti wan ti la no up so or better better ya babela lu ku babela ti ke da man ti la ke ti ti ku lo ko lo a ci lo pe ya no ko man you walk in west system is not again it's not for us it's sometimes against us work all of them walking system day so can you tell but I could be a taping and I don't know if you were to send a message to your people the diaspora okay
Mm.
okay last word then when it comes to divorce marriage bride price and all the things you attach.
Yeah, about that, I
I know
yeah,
you man, yeah, do you know what
Anemania,
but you you're allowed, but we're
Anemania, not
talking the man, yeah, can all accountable.
not just that, but I really like when people speak to their experiences. Let's say I chitia one kuja janum welke and chitia kutim yellow, and I draw from that experience would be nice. But Anemania one kinetiak, and to have strong opinions can come off as maybe that's why kinitia, but maybe it is. So Kitchen Lloyd and Chico Benagera values are churut gear and can maintain core until we raised to be able to take care of my family. Meet ko baka mu baka tar baka corpu day-to-day logistics of family yake yaka pioneer. I
Yeah.
went la losu college and moved to across the ocean to Panpei. Values I wrote gear. Anchi beranya tin just willing and able to be a resource to the family as doing all kinds of work at Tango family go relative. No, and my idea of marriage again it's something I want to do because I enjoy it. I want to do because nakar bayatik ankor munkor much like a person who wants to be a husband, not a person who just wants a wife. There's a difference.
Yeah, but y'all are walking another video. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Not true.
So, and of course, human right, I check right. I'm gonna be a respect a human being fully with all rights and opinions and respected. Ke kuyatik, not just to be respected and valued for what I contribute in marriage or will contribute in marriage. Ale ben ke ran winter right ke chigangi easy to be used or to be to be how do I say it, manipulated. So now tiak nyata no ku lui disrespect or ku lor ba lui ka won chipet ki ko ti ko ti ka tiak che support bi ka lo ka nyalo lo, you know what, the thing actually for me I in a lot of stress, and it's hindering me from other things. Ko do na ben I lot loy na ye pan wa ni na ti ye be mid mu, there was a lot going on, you distract, you don't even have time to review and reflect, is this marriage working for me? So then kana teacher ben I reflect.
Yeah.
A long thing any ka tie gadu yin ka loy loy ben yin chi loy respect yin iriago too much lui cheating than kalol is better barrier to or barrier can meet, because I am loy ben tie than much leaving much or divorcing much is just one less child to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a difference kana ku na ba ben pir pe ba ben ro ku expect barir kana ting chir mamadu is very unreasonable. Mamadu was raised for completely different context and environment. You cannot be expecting the same uh, your wife to show up in the same way your mom did. And kayin yemit kana mamadu, you don't have objective view of what marriage is. So
I
yini
tell
kaya
you.
being protected because in a myth in the marriage, but nale beneting a tingu yin benetingu, you are no longer the kid. You actually supposed to take responsibility, some of responsibility chima madu kalum one didi in kay neranti, right?
Yeah.
So I ka taking a deep bagamartin gaga.
Yeah, like,
But don't quote me on anything. I am not married yet.
oh, no, no.